Good day. Our topic for today is lesson 11 entitled Cryptocurrency and Digital Money. So, the way we use money is changing faster than ever, moving from just a trial to being used by big banks worldwide. So, according to the World Economic Forum in 2026, we are past the testing phase. Digital money is now the main foundation for global finance. In the past, we had to wait days for bank transfer or use physical cash. Today, we use digital money, which includes cryptocurrency and stable coins that keep a steady value, because it will be the main way we handle finances, making transfer faster, safer, and cheaper without needing cash or middleman like banks. So the purpose of this report is to explain how this system works and why it is better and faster than the old way, because even people without bank accounts can use it on phones, and soon artificial intelligence will help manage it automatically. So we need to understand these tools for the future. To understand how digital money works, we have to look at the three main building blocks of the system. First is cryptocurrency, second stable coins, third is the central bank digital currencies. So let's discuss first the cryptocurrency. So what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are the original form of digital money. They are decentralized, meaning no single bank or government controls them. So they work using blockchain, a shared public record where everyone can see transactions but no one can cheat. So computers automatically check and confirm every move. So according to Metcalfe's law, as more people use them, their value grows. So by 2026, millions will own them, often seen as digital gold, a way to save wealth that isn't tied to any country's money. So according to, like for example, so many people in countries with high inflations where local money loses value fast use Bitcoin to protect their savings. Additionally, Ethereum's allow for smart contracts, where are digital agreements that pay out automatically when certain conditions are met. So why many people use cryptocurrency? First, because it is keep value. Just like what I said earlier, it's seen as the digital gold, a way to store wealth that doesn't depend on one country's economy. Second, no government control. Its value isn't easily affected by bad economic policies or inflation. Third, safe and secure. It uses strong technology, so your savings are protected and can be easily stolen or frozen. That is why many people use cryptocurrency, because it shows stability of their finances. Second is stable coins. So, because Bitcoin's price can go up and down quickly, stable coins were created. So, what is a stable coin? So, stable coins are digital money designed to keep a steady value, usually matching the US dollar. They work by being tied to real money or asset, so their price doesn't jump up and down like Bitcoin. So the Genius Act in the United States or in the US created a legal framework requiring stable coins issuers to prove they have real cash in the bank to back every digital coin they issue. So according to the World Economic Forum 2026, Visa and MasterCard now use stable coins to settle payments behind the scene. So in the past, sending money across border took 3 to 5 days. Now, using stable coins, a business in the Philippines can receive a payment from the US in seconds for a fraction of cost. So meaning, through stable coins, mas mapadali ang transaction compared sa transactions before. It's because it took 3 to 5 days before the transaction settled. But now, using a stable coins, the transaction will be faster, and it can easily, or in the seconds, the transactions will be settled. Here, the central bank digital currency. So CBDC is a digital version of a country's official currency. It is issued by the government or the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Unlike cash, which is hard to track, CBDC are pure data. It is not crypto because it is fully controlled by the government. They let the government send money directly to people's digital wallet instantly without needing a bank account. Groups like the IMF or the International Monetary Funds are working with private companies to make sure CBDC are safe. They create easy to use apps so people can use this digital money simply. So over 130 countries are now using or testing CBDC. Like for example, the digital yuan in China is used by millions for everything from buying groceries to paying subway fares. In Europe, the digital euro is being tested to ensure that people always have access to public money, even if physical cash disappears. To conclude, this report has shown that while cryptocurrencies like bitcoins provide a decentralized way to store wealth, stablecoin act as a fast and steady digital bridge for daily business payments. Meanwhile, central bank digital currencies or CBDCs allow governments to modernize their economies by providing safe digital version of national money. Together, these tools use blockchain tech to remove expensive middlemen, making transactions cheaper and nearly instant. While we gain efficiency and speed, we must be careful about privacy risks. Understanding these changes is essential for making smart financial decisions today. Staying financially secure means choosing the right digital tools, protecting your data, and staying informed about the laws that govern our new Internet of Money. That's all. Thank you.